Alan, news has emerged in the past few days that the Saudis could be poised to sell shares in Saudi Aramco, the state-owned oil company. This is a prospect that will surely have every investment banker in the world salivating. But how on earth do you value such a gigantic and complex company? And what, indeed, might it be worth?
Okay, well, there are a lot of unknowns here. First of all, what we do know, or at least they're giving us, is the reserves. The company has about 260 billion barrels of oil equivalent. They also have some natural gas, which adds up to another 40 billion or so. So there is a lot of the valuation will be there. I've looked at other state oil companies, say Pemex, which is also private and not listed on any equity market, and sprawling with all sorts of different assets. I would say that looking at a Rosneft, another state-owned company, and others like PetroChina, probably we're looking at closer to $10, maybe $8 per barrel.
So that's the value of the reserves in the ground.
The present value of
Obviously,
those reserves. Yeah.
The production costs will be very low. So what does that translate to in terms of an equity value for the whole company?
I would say somewhere, including the refining assets that they have both domestic and overseas, worth probably, well, would take the whole thing to probably around $2.4, $2.5 trillion.
Okay, so that is about 8 times the market cap of, say, ExxonMobil, which is the biggest publicly traded oil company in the world. Is there an exchange in the world that is big enough to take even a sliver of that equity?
Well, that's a fair question, because the Saudi market has a market capitalization of less than 400 billion. As you can see, even a 10th, 15th of Saudi Aramco would eat up a lot of that. So it's not going to fit there. And it is a qualitative issue on the valuation, because if it's going to be listed in the US or London and investors demand even more information than the kingdom wants to give about how Aramco's doing and the oil reserves and things, that might actually put a discount on the $8 to $10 per barrel valuation that I gave you.
Okay, so even if Aramco doesn't float, we can look forward perhaps to learning a lot more about how the company actually works. Alan, thanks very much.